Hey guys, welcome back to Getting Started on Guitar Part 2. Last time we talked about holding the guitar, tuning the guitar, very important, and how to fret notes. So a good place to start for students often is just single note melodies. Doing chords will come, but it's often difficult to do chords. So we'll talk a little bit about playing your first melody and also reading what's called tablature. So I'll play the melody for you and I'll try to keep it nice and slow. Watch my left hand. It's not doing too much, so this is a great song to start with. So as you saw, my left hand wasn't doing too much. You're fretting the first fret and the third fret on that second string quite a bit, and you're also playing an open high E string, and you're also playing the third fret there at times. So I'll teach you the first four notes here. First note is your high E. So that's your first string, open. And then you're going to the second string up, and you're going to be going third fret, first fret, then back to the third fret. So here we go, open on that first string, then second string, third fret, then first fret, then back to third. And try to pay attention to your fingers that you're using. This is important when you're learning songs, and the only way to speed things up and play fluently is to find fingers that make sense. And this is a great interval, this 2-fret interval to start working with. Your first finger, your pointer, and your third finger, your ring finger. So this is a good place to start, and here we go. I'll explain that one more time. You're going open on the E, and then third fret on the second string, and then first fret on the same string, and then third fret. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to explain tab a little bit to you. So you can practice that. And then, if you want to go on, see if you can use your ear and find the next couple of notes. So I want to talk a little bit about tablature, and tablature is great for fretted stringed instruments, particularly the guitar, and you'll see it's 6 lines, and those 6 lines represent the 6 strings. The thing that's important to remember is that they're upside down, and there's reasons for that, and part of that is the pitch of this string is higher than this one. So visually, pitches go up as they go up the strings, but when we think of guitar, we usually think of this as the top string and that as the bottom string. But in tablature, it's upside down. Same with when we count strings. I count this as the first string, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So tablature follows that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it also visually sort of represents notes going up higher in pitch seem to go up higher on the tablature as well. So there's some logic behind that. So there's 6 lines are the 6 strings, and then there's numbers. If the number is a 0, you're playing an open string, so you're not fretting it anywhere. So if it's the top string and it has a 0, you're playing this first note of the song. Right? So now this second note of the song is on the second string, so that'll be on the second string down, and it'll have a 3 for the third fret. And then for the next note, which is the first fret, you got it. It'd be on the second string down from the top, and it would have a 1 on it. So I'll show you a picture of that now. So now that you know how to read the tab, you can learn the whole song, and I always recommend that when you're learning something, do it in small chunks and get familiar with it before you move on to the next one. It's good to have an idea of the whole thing, but don't practice the whole thing 20 times. Focus in on small sections. For example, I might do the first section 10 times. The first section is the first measure is, and that's actually one of the hardest parts of this song. After that, it's open, and then third fret. So that first section might be the most difficult, so I will stick with that and keep doing that. And stay patient and try to relax, especially your right hand. When you're first starting, you're pressing really hard and you naturally tense up your right hand. But try to relax, especially your right hand, and you don't have to pluck very hard. It's important to press hard to get the note clear, but it actually sounds smoother and better if you're not plucking too hard. If you pluck too hard, it sounds pretty abrasive. So if you pluck softer, it sounds smoother and more musical. So a couple of things to think about. Press hard with the left, but play soft with the right. And that's hard in the beginning. Try to stay relaxed, and eventually. Thanks for joining me today. Hopefully this was helpful. And Mary Had a Little Lamb may not be the most rockin' song, although Stevie Ray Vaughan did a pretty rockin' version of it. It's still a great place to start, and it's a great place to start learning how to read tablature as well. With that, you can find all the songs you want online. So I would recommend that you even go online and look up easy songs on the guitar, or easy melodies, or even children's songs on the guitar. A lot of them will just give you the chords. You might not be up to that yet. I did find one that had several nursery rhyme songs tabbed out, and I'll put that up for you now. Thanks again for joining me for How to Get Started on the Guitar. This was part 2. My hope is that with part 1 and part 2, you've got a pretty good idea of where you could start, and hopefully this will help you get going on your guitar journey. Good luck.